today. Are flats better than clipless pedals on a hardtail? Let's find out.
So good.
Hi, sup squad. We're here at North Shore, Vancouver, Mount Brom. Just on our way up the fire road here. And today, I've decided to try out clipless pedals on my hardtail for the first time. I'm a huge advocate of flats. Love flat pedals. Feel like they teach you good technique. And so it's nice to be able to get out and dab when you need to without thinking about it. When things get squirrely on a hardtail. But, you know, when things get rocky, there's nothing more frustrating than when your foot's dancing around on the pedal and you can't reposition your foot back to where you want while you're in the middle of a run. Clipless pedals, you don't have to worry about that. So I'm currently just climbing up the fire road, and yeah, like, I can't really say for climbing they're better or worse when you're just going up a fire road. That's kind of like cheating. But on the sweet part, the sweet side of things is now that I'm clipped in, I can really take advantage of circular pedaling, or pedaling in circles. Basically what I mean by that is when you're clipped in, you can really take advantage of pushing and pulling when you're pedaling, meaning I can slightly pull up on my opposing foot as the other foot's pushing down, kind of just using more muscle groups and giving you a little bit better stamina in my experience. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, going back to clipless versus flats. So yeah, a huge fan of flats. I almost always run flats on everything unless I'm racing or I'm on my road bike. So I'm currently just running my clipless pedals and clipless shoes that I typically run on my road bike or my gravel bike. And I just thought I'd throw them on here, see how it feels, because I've never really done it. So exciting stuff. We'll know more when we get going on the downs. As you can see, it is not a cloudy morning. It's actually smoke. It's super, super smoky from all the fires here on the west side. Air quality's not the best, so I'm just gonna have to take it nice and slow on this climb. And yeah, I'm also still nursing a broken rib, actually 2 broken ribs. So yeah, we're gonna take it easy. So I'll see you at the trailhead. We're here at the top of Espresso in Mount Brom. It is pretty smoky, man. I don't know if you can see like the red hue in the light. It's not because it's dusk. It's like 11 in the morning. It's just really smoky and hazy. Whew. So lungs are gonna feel it today for sure. All right, so the climb up on clips or clipless pedals, pretty good, man. Pretty efficient, like as to be expected, especially on a gravel climb. I liked it. It was good, but it's the downs that I'm curious about, as on a hardtail, your feet love to dance around. So let's see how she goes, baby. Alrighty. Let's get clipped in here. How about that? Might be the first thing. There we go. Okay, here we go. Firms were just done. Nice. So one of the sweet advantages of running clipless is obviously the fact that your feet stay in the same position no matter what. Whoop. Thanks. So you don't have to worry about your feet dancing around the pedals as much, which is an awesome thing. I have mine set up pretty loose, so that will be interesting because I use them on my road bike to commute. So I like to be able to get in and out of them really easy at stop signs. So hopefully that doesn't get played to a disadvantage on this run. It does feel weird because I have a decent amount of float on these pedals. And what I mean by float is I can pivot my toes to left and right a decent amount, and I'm not sure if I like that on the hardtail. It feels weird. It feels like I'm not secure, even though I am secure. Where running flats, those spikes keep your feet nice and planted, and I really like that feeling. So I'm gonna say that's a con right now in terms of running clipless. But on the plus side, you know, my feet don't dance around at all. I don't have to continually reposition my feet. I can put the power down and I don't have to worry about sliding a pedal and then having to reposition, because sometimes that can even lead to a crash. And that's definitely something I don't want with a broken rib. But yeah, I don't mind it right now. Like, it would be good for this stuff. It's just crazy chunky. Knowing that I can get on the gas right away and I don't have to worry about losing a pedal. Now, one of my favorite advantages of running a clipless shoe is they're hella stiff, and that's going to give you really good confidence and going to stop you from fatiguing your feet, because you're going to have a nice big artificial platform for your feet to rest on. And I find there's a lot of misconception when people get their flat shoes and they find they don't get a lot of grip. They immediately want to go to clipless because their shoes are super soft. So a good example is people that get the 510 free ride, not the pro, just the standard free ride, $150 Canadian shoe. Great shoe for like a month, but then they get really soft and they kind of suck and they hurt your feet and they're not good, and people are like, oh, I should try clipless. That's the next step, obviously. I actually think at this point I do like the clipless pedals, but I much prefer a flat pedal with a really stiff base on a very spiky shoe, because when things get loose, you gotta throw a dab out. If you're locked in the clipless pedal too tight, that could be a bad crash. Vice versa, if you don't clip in tight enough, I think you get this extra float, which I have, which I really don't like that feeling of my toes wiggling back and forth to the left and to the right. But I'm hella planted, man. So that's kind of sick. So I do like that. Another disadvantage I'm feeling right now is I tend to ride my flats. With my toes hanging off the front quite a bit, so my platform's more towards the back of my foot, where on these clipless pedals, even with them on the farthest back setting, I'm still really on the toe, and that will, on a long trip, that fatigue will definitely add up for sure. Where on a road bike, you know, you're in the saddle, so it's not so bad. You know, a hardtail, you know, when your legs are taking it all, that's extra calf energy you could be saving. I'm gonna do a whole video segment on how to get the most comfort and stamina out of your hardtail riding in an upcoming video. So yeah, so far, I do like the clipless feel of being planted. I don't like the amount of float that these have. I'm sure there's other ones that have less float. This is just what I'm dealing with right now. On the flip side, I like how my feet don't move in terms of the position on the pedal. And I love how I can just put the power down whenever I want. So like right here is a good example of coming up, small blasted climb. I don't have to worry about slipping a pedal, which is kind of sick. I really like that. Not pumped about that much. Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. You guys have a good one. So like rooty stuff like this is great because I know my feet are gonna stay planted. Yeah, I don't know. These shoes are really comfy. I like that. Oh yeah. Smells good. She's really dry. I do wonder if I did another run where I had these much tighter. I think it'd be a little bit more confidence inspiring. Once again, you know, it's dry out. I lose grip when I got a dab. I could get into some trouble. And in the end, why are we riding hardtails? We're riding hardtails because they're absolute ball to ride. So, and flats are for fun, right? Clips win races. And flats are for fun. I'm definitely all about fun. I love going fast, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think my verdict is just kinda, Hey, how's it going? I'm just gonna go down here. Thanks, have a great one. My verdict is get yourself a good set of flat pedals on a hardtail with some good grip, and then get yourself a really stiff-soled flat shoe like the Freeride Pro, or something with a really stiff but really tacky bottom. And I feel like you're going to get a lot of the advantages you get from clip pedals without some of the cons. This being said, if I was doing an XC race or maybe even one of the next enduros, yeah, I might run clips. If I can find a shoe that I can place the cleat a little bit farther back on the heel, I might do it just for the pedaling efficiency, especially mid-trail when you want to put the power down. There's nothing worse than slipping a flat pedal. So yeah, in the end, excuse me, in the end I would say hardtail, stick with the flats, baby. Unless you want to experiment, then yeah, try it out. It's still pretty fun. And like I said before, definitely makes the climbs very, very easy, as you can get that circular pedaling motion going where you can kind of push and pull, assisting each muscle group. And I think that will also lengthen your stamina on longer days. So until next time, positive vibes and gnarly rides, baby. Hardtail out.